guys, hope you're doing very well. There's a chance that I'll have lipstick on my teeth throughout this video. I have got a matte lipstick on, but it's taken a while to dry down, so if you see lipstick on my teeth, ignore it. We won't talk about it, alright? So this video is all about meaningful tattoos. Now, I always talk about the artsy side of tattoos and how if you want a non-meaningful tattoo, you should go ahead and do it. There's a lot of people out there that get like collector's tattoo pieces where they'll go to different tattoo artists and just get something random because they want to be tattooed by that person. I am all for that. There's a lot of my tattoos that are like that, but I wanted to talk about the more meaningful side of tattoos. I put a post on my Facebook group, said, hey guys, I want to do another Potato Fam video. I'm really enjoying involving you guys in my videos. I'd love to do a video about your meaningful tattoos. This won't be a roast video, just in case someone thought I would take the piss or something. This won't be it. So I carried on saying, so if you're willing to share your meaningful tattoo and the story behind it, preferably no more than a paragraph if possible, and don't mind it being in a video, then please comment down below. And again, I thought I'd only get like a little handful of responses because meaningful tattoos is quite a personal thing and not everyone wants to share them to the whole world. They want to keep the meaning to themselves, which is fair enough. So I didn't think I'd get too many posts, but I was wrong. There is a lot in here. I had a little scroll through yesterday and I read a couple of them, and some of them made my eyes a little bit sweaty. I'm not much of an emotional person, so to say, but some of them really did touch me and I was just like, am I going to be able to film this without crying? I haven't cried on YouTube yet. I've been here for nearly 3 years. I think I'm doing well. Not that there's anything wrong with crying on YouTube, let me tell you. Like, some people use YouTube as like a release or whatever. That's fine. Let's see if I can do this. So, like I was saying, I got a lot of responses and I don't know how I'm going to get through these. I think I'm going to do actually is I'm going to do it by order, and that way if you guys like this video, if you like hearing about other people's tattoo stories and meaningful tattoos and stuff, let me know and I'll do a part 2 and I'll read the other comments that are in this post. The first one is so sweet. This one is from Michelle and she said, I got this as a representation of my wife. She's really into photography, hence the camera, and I asked for a sunflower since I feel like sunflowers represent the sun and light, and I think of my wife as the light of my life. Cheesy, I know. Lol. That is just so sweet, and the tattoo is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. It is a very personal tattoo for sure, and when you look at tattoos like this, like when you look at this, I would say like this girl is maybe into photography or something like that. You don't see the meaning behind it until you hear about it, and I love tattoos like that. It's not a very obvious one. She did post another one, but I'm going to do like one per person just to make it fair, I guess. The next one is from Jacqueline and she said, okay, huge paragraph time. When I was 14, I discovered the TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh my god, who does not love Buffy the Vampire Slayer? If you watch it now, it's like so cheesy and just like a little bit cringy, but like it's so nostalgic and it's just like, it's just the best thing ever. And she carried on saying, and I was hooked. She was a female role model I knew I needed and wanted. This is the mark of the Aegon, and in the show it's a tattoo of a demon mark, and with the mark on you, the demon possesses you to give you the best high of your life. At the time I saw the episode, I was in a really dark place in my life, in brackets drug use unfortunately. And then she carried on saying, so this tattoo has 2 meanings to me. It's a feminist icon I feel all women need and that I didn't have growing up, and it's a symbol that being addicted to tattoos is better than doing awful, harmful things to my body. And like I said in a few videos before, it's like a pop culture hidden meaning tattoo. So like if you haven't watched Buffy, then you wouldn't know this symbol or whatever, so I like that also. The next one is from Jessica and she said, I got 4 forget-me-nots, 1 for each grandparents, as I never want to forget them and I want to remember everything they have taught me. That is so sweet. It's like such a little simple tattoo, but it has so much meaning. I'm all for it. The next one I've got here is from Molly. She said, I have 3 dragons flying up my arm. I got them after coming out of a particularly terrible period of depression that was the result of developing some chronic health issues. I like to think that dragons could represent strength, wisdom and protection simultaneously. Oh god, long words at me, just don't, they're not a thing. I modelled them after the 3 Game of Thrones dragons, particularly because that was one of the only things that I actually felt some interest in or excitement about during the worst of my depression, so they can serve as a future reminder to me that even when things are truly terrible, you can try to find small things in life to lift you up a bit. That is so sweet, and that is a good bit of advice there. Like, anytime you're feeling down or feeling just like overwhelmed with life in general, it's nice to concentrate on just small little things. So whether it's a TV show you're excited about, or a film, or even a food, you know, like I get very excited over cheesecake, and it's sometimes, you know, sometimes you have days where you feel like there's nothing good in the world or whatever, for whatever reason. Maybe your job is annoying you, or you had a fight with your friend or your boyfriend, or you know, you're going through some health issues. Just focus on something good, and even if it's small, that can really boost your mood like 100%. So thank you, Molly, for sharing that, and thank you for the advice. I'm sure something like that can help some of my viewers as well. The next one I've got here is from Cheyenne. She said, this is about my bead tattoo. This is meaningful for me for many reasons. Growing up in my hometown, my mum worked a few hours out, and not being in school at the time and being in a small town, there is no daycare, so I had a babysitter I seen 5 days a week. Every time I used to see her, she used to pick me up for a hug, and when she did this, I used to always buzz in her ear like a bee, and she used to do the same back to me. I spent so much time with her, so she was a large part of my life. Aww. So it always reminds me of her, as well as my hometown, which I love and miss. That is adorable. When you see like a bee tattoo, you may just think someone likes bees. You know, I have a bee tattoo. I love bees because they have a little fluffy butt, right? So when you see this, you might just think, oh, she has a bee tattoo, she likes bees. And I like the placement of this. Bee's knees, very good placement. This has a significant meaning to her, and it's like it's just like a little stamp of a memory of her life. The next comment I've got here is from Hannah. She said, this is my newest tattoo from a month ago. It is a flash piece, so not my idea, but for me this tattoo represents love in all of its shapes or forms, both for friends and family. Elmo, my rabbit is wow antsy today. Both for my friends and my family, and most especially the love I'd want to have with a partner one day. It's one of the things I strive for in life, so I got this to help me on that journey. Oh, this pic is of it fresh done that day, but it's a good photo. Understandable. Tattoos always look good when you get them the first day. They're so bright and vibrant and bold. I love it. The next one I've got here from Kim, and this is actually one of them that I read and made me a little bit sweaty eyed, so I should be okay because I've already read it, hopefully. She said, this is my little sparrow. My granddad passed away a couple of years ago and I took it really hard. We were very close. I strongly believe in the people we lose staying around somehow to keep an eye on us. Whenever I'm feeling sad or struggling at all, a sparrow will always be nearby. I don't just mean flying, I mean sitting on my car bonnet or wing mirror whilst I'm in the car. So I like to think it's my granddad watching over me. I'll try and find a picture of how close he gets and post it here too. Oh, the picture is so cute. I'm going to post up the little picture she posted as well of the little sparrow. I can relate to this somewhat. So my family have always been animal lovers, so to say, at least most of them anyway. My nan always looked after birds, always. She was always taking in birds, feeding birds. Like, there was a lot of trees by our house and they would sometimes fall out of nests and stuff like that, so she'd always look after birds. And also in my house, every summer we would get a little blackbird and a few sparrows or whatever, and my mum would always feed them. Like, we'd always have bird feed. She'd always put stuff out on the tables and we'd have little bird feeders and stuff. I remember the summer she passed away, we were out in the garden, I think we might have been with my auntie, and this black bird just sat on table, like an outside table, and went onto the chairs, and me and my sister were out there, and it was really, really close to us. If I can find the photo somewhere on my Facebook, I will flag it up here now. I can understand what she's saying. It feels like it's a sign from them to say, hey, I'm here, I'm looking over you, or whatever. I don't know, I can so relate to that, but yeah. It's sad, but it's lovely at the same time. The next one I've got here is from Caitlin. She said, I have an annoying habit of falling hopelessly in love, and I'm generally a very emotional person and always found it embarrassing. Basically, I wear my heart on my sleeve, which is what the hearts represent. The lotus represents calm and tranquility, so it's like I've come to terms with being the emotional person I am and started embracing it. This is so cool. I've actually featured her tattoo in a monthly favourites video a while back. I love her hand tattoo so much. It's very well done. The next one is from Emma. She said, I got this after my best friend slash ex in brackets, weird I know. Attempted suicide, just a reminder that things do get better, there's always hope. He's doing really well now. I don't talk to him anymore, but I haven't covered it because of what it still means to me 5 or so years later. Oh, bless you. Oh my goodness. I love the story behind this though, because I was talking to her, like, I keep making things about me. That's really bad, isn't it? But I have relative things to talk about, I don't know. But I was talking to a girl I work with who has quite a lot of tattoos like me, and we sometimes talk about tattoos. We were talking about the 3 new tattoos that I've got, and she was like, oh, they're so cool because like your tattoos are like a storybook. That's the best way to describe meaningful tattoos. They are literally like a storybook. And it's the same for Emma's here. You know, she's had this for a while now and she still doesn't talk to this person, but that moment was a big moment for her in her life, and she's kept that tattoo. And I feel like something like that you should just keep. You know, you don't have to cover it up. You may not speak to that person anymore, but they were a big part of your life. And it's the same for ex-boyfriends or ex-husbands or girlfriends or whoever. They may not be in your life anymore and you may not particularly like them anymore, but they were a big part of your life. They're a big enough part of your life for you to want to get a tattoo. So at some point in your life you really liked that person, you had respect for that person, they had an impact in your life type thing. So yeah, this is one of those things that makes you think like maybe you shouldn't have to cover up ex-boyfriend, girlfriend tattoos or whatever. The next one is from Stella. I love that name, by the way, just throwing that one out there. She said, the 3 flowers, carnation, poppy and sweet pea, are my sisters and my birth flowers, and the hand is representing my dad. We've been through a lot as a family, but we're always able to grow from it. I love this. That's such a cool family representation tattoo. The next one is from Anne, and she said, I have over 40 tattoos and most of them are because of my love for artwork that they are. I hardly ever have a deeper meaning behind a tattoo anymore. However, this is one special to me because I wanted to get it ever since I returned home from my trip to Northern California in 2015. It reminds me of my favourite part of my time in California when we visited Yosemite. I don't know how to say that. I want to go there though. I think it was Helen Anderson, the YouTuber that's been there, and her vlogs were just amazing of it. It looks so cool. Anyway, and then she goes on to say, and we saw a bear cub, so I got this baby bear by Charlotte Timmons, amazing tattoo artist, and it couldn't have been more perfect. I love this so much. This is such a sweet tattoo. I think it's cool and fun when people get little memorabilia tattoos of like holidays or experiences or whatever. It's just cool to look down at that tattoo and think back of all the fun times you had. The next one I've got here is from Olivia. She said, I have this tattoo on my back. It's of my little kitty called Smudge. He died last May. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I had him since I was 2 years old. Oh my goodness. He helped me through some shitty times and always gave me the best cuddles. He passed away peacefully in my arms, and having this tattoo means he'll always be with me. Oh, I feel a little bit sweaty in my eyeballs. This is like an adorable tattoo. I love how the cat is sitting in the flowers like that. It's just so majestic and cat-like. You know, cats are just so... I'm a cat, you know, do you know what I'm saying? Maybe not, I don't know. The next one is from Nicola. She said, the initials are my dad's, who passed in October 2010. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. The compass is for my love of travel, as well as me and my dad's love of hiking and being in the hills. The cherry blossoms represent life is fragile, and the dragonfly was reclamation after a breakup. And then she commented down below saying this is a picture of it when it was first done. I love this mashup so much. There's so much to this tattoo. It's so meaningful. I love also the way she's described cherry blossoms. I've always wondered why people get cherry blossoms. I've never really known the actual meaning of cherry blossom tattoos. There may be a different variation of what the meaning is to people. We've got one here from Yasmin. I hope I'm saying that right. It says, rogue tattoo in Windsor done by Dan. She didn't give a story or whatever, but I don't want to leave her out. It's says mum in the heartbeat there, so it must be something to represent her mum in some way. It looks like a what's that called, Doctor Who tattoo, maybe, possibly. The next one I've got here is from Danielle. She said, this tattoo by Erin O'Dear represents my family. My brother taught me how to play video games when I was in kindergarten, and most of my favourite childhood memories with my mum, sister and brother are the days we spent playing Super Nintendo together for hours on end. That is such a cool way to represent like your family, like all in one, by a Nintendo controller, and I love the way this is done also. This is a really cool tattoo. The next one is from Linda. She said, my sleeve is full of animals representing my family. This one in particular reminds me of my childhood with my brother. We had a huge rhubarb plant, and under the enormous leaves me and my brother would find a ton of cute snails. Oh, now we live hundreds of miles apart in different countries, living completely different lives, but I still love him to death. That is so sweet. Oh my god, that is the sweetest thing. And the snail is so cute. That's such a cool way to represent your family by like a little creature or so. Again, you would look at a snail and think, oh, that's just, you know, this person likes snails. But when you hear the meaning of it, it just makes it like 10 times better, you know. The next one is from Kayleen. She said, just to be short and sweet, I got a raven because to me it reminds me to always learn from my experiences and to continue to grow. This is my first tattoo. Has other deeper meanings for me as well, but they're a bit more personal, so that's all I say, which is fair enough. I would never expect anyone to share like their life story with me. Absolutely. I like how dark it is. This is like really dark and sort of like gothic-y. I'm into this vibe. It's a mood. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 more and then I'm going to stop there. My mouth is hurting a bit. I feel like this video is going to get very long. This one is from Malvina. She said, this one is 12 years old and it's my first tattoo that when I announced to my dad I wanted a dragon, he replied to me, you're such a sweet girl, go for a lotus if you really want something to do. That's so cute. I had my appointment on the 5th of December 2006 and on the 5th of February 2007 he sadly passed away, so this is dedicated to him. That's like so, like if it wasn't for her dad she wouldn't have this tattoo, so I love how that has turned into a meaning also. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, Malvina. The next one and the last one I'm going to read to you guys is from Sophie. My tattoo by Sad Amish. Amazing tattoo wise, he's very talented. She continued to say, I got this after a very messy emotional breakup and a hard to swallow diagnosis for my mental health, which triggered a suicide attempt. Oh my gosh. I was afraid to leave the house and was on the verge of hospitalization. This tattoo basically pulled me through it because of how badly I wanted it. I ended up travelling over 30 hours over 2 days to Bordeaux alone and met Sad Amish, who is one of my biggest influencers. Sophie is actually the one that did my channel art, social media art. She's very talented. And then she goes on to say, and had one of the most memorable experiences since I started getting tattoos. He was so kind and inspirational. It really set in stone that this was the career I wanted to pursue. I was so ill afterwards. I had a sinus infection and I had no idea, but it was totally worth it. But Sophie's story is so inspirational also. Like, she sees this artist as inspirational, but her story to me is inspirational. It's to say, don't give up, don't end your life, don't give in, because like there's other things out there for you, you know. All it takes is one experience or to meet someone that really inspires you and drives you in the direction that you need to be. Like, Sophie is very talented, and obviously I'm glad she's still here. Her art is amazing. I'll leave a link down below to her art. Okay, so I'm going to end it here. Let me know if you guys would like to see another video like this. I would really love to do another video like this. I've got plenty of comments to go through and plenty of photos to talk about. So if you guys like this video, let me know and I would definitely make another video like this. Again, thank you to everyone that shared their story, whether I've read it out or not read it out as of yet. It means a lot to me that you guys are willing to share very personal things with me like that, and then allowing me to share it with a lot of other people to hear about. I feel like something like this can break the stigma of tattoos are pointless, meaningless, degrading, tacky, disgusting things. Like, people think this about tattoos and they don't know the meaning behind them. They don't know how personal they can be. And yeah, I feel like this can maybe help change people's minds. Maybe if someone stumbles across this and doesn't like tattoos, I don't know. They probably haven't made it this far into the video. But who knows, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing very well, and until my next video, bye.